Sponsored by Crypto Miner UK. Check out the purchasing links below.
Hello YouTube, today I have another postbag video. These parcels are very large.
But before I show you this, you need to like my video and subscribe.
So now it's okay?
There's just one more thing you need to do, and that is to click on the bell so that you get a notification when a new video comes out.
I hope it's okay.
Perfect.
The box dimensions are 48.5 centimeters by just under 39 centimeters, and it's 26.5 centimeters tall. The box weighs 8.6 kilos, which is lighter than what I was expecting it to be. At the top of the box is an instruction manual, the warranty policy, the repairs policy, and how to contact Bitmain support. On the inside of this folded A3 page, there's also a Chinese version. I've seen this many times before, so I don't really need to read it again. The packaging is a lot different to the usual packaging. We have a lid which looks like this on the inside. The package dimensions will be similar to the box dimensions, just slightly smaller because of the thickness of the cardboard box. It's inside a electrostatic bag. The miner without packaging weighs 7.1 kilos. The miner is just under 40 centimeters by about 18 centimeters, and it's 22 centimeters deep. The front of the miner has two fans. There are also two fans on the PSU. We've got the AC input on the front. On the side we have the control board, and it's better for it to be on the side rather than top because warm air rises. On the top of the unit it looks a bit all cockeyed. The power supply is pushed slightly forward and it doesn't spread across the entire length of the miner. The control board contains an SD card slot, IP report button, Ethernet port, reset button, fault and normal condition LEDs. It's the Antminer T15, which is printed on the top of the control board, which is on the side of the miner, and it's the 23 terahash version. I got this because it worked out a better ROI than the S15. On the rear we can see that there's no rear fans. There are plenty of capacitors. Now, is that a good idea to have the capacitors on the exhaust side? There appears to be like a release catch for the power supply. So if I push this down and then slide forward, but I don't think that's going to work because there'll be cables attached somehow. If I shake it, there's no rattle, which means there's no loose hashboard. I haven't seen a warranty sticker so far, which means I have permission to open this up. The hashboards can't move because something in the control box is stopping that from happening. The front just pops off after you remove 4 screws. Bitmain are using a different brand of fans, FCN brand. These are brushless motors. They are higher ampage. They are 3.14 amps at 12 volts. The control board appears to be soldered onto the hashboards, and I can't see the cables from the power supply going to the control board or the hashboard. We have a different type of control board. So these will have the connections for the fan, a power supply, the ribbon cables going to the hashboards. There's also another cable here, probably for monitoring temperatures or something. Looking closely at this cable, I can see that it goes directly into the power supply. So it might be used to monitor the condition and status of the power supply and optimize how much power is going to be delivered to the hashboard. I've got a neodymium magnet here from a hard drive which I no longer use, and these metal strips are not magnetic, which could mean that they're aluminium. These hex bolts are magnetic, and this metal clamp here is magnetic. These fins which connect to the control boards are also not magnetic. I've also noticed on the inside of the front and rear covers that we've got this spongy foam metal thing which is used to clamp onto the main housing, and this will be to stop the air leaking from the sides, which is new for Bitmain. So to get to the hashboards, I'm going to remove these 4 hex bolts, which I think is 5mm. Or it could be 4mm. Maybe the next size down, which would be 3mm. Next are 2 screws to remove these clamps, which are only on this one. There's only one 6-pin PCIe cable, and that's from the power supply to the control board. Now what I need to do is yank these metal strips out. and then can disconnect the hashboard cables. I can't quite slide the hashboards out because this is all in the way, so I also need to remove this section. I'll just turn that on its side because I'm not going to remove it completely just yet. I should now be able to slide these hashboards out. We can see a few beefy inductors which are labelled IR5. The chips are not in a straight row, there are 60 chips per hashboard. In theory the power supply should now be able to be removed. It just comes off just like that. And then finally there's a tray here for the power supply, which I'm not going to remove. Now what I was going to do is put the intake fan on the rear of the miner, but problem is I'm not going to be able to put the ducting around the fans and then squeeze the two edges between the two fans and somehow screw these screws back in. It's not really that possible. So I'm going to have to leave the fans as they are. When reattaching the bus bars, it's important not to allow this metal part to touch the casing, and for these power clamps not to touch the casing also. It's also important to make sure you tighten everything properly, because if you don't you might have some arcing which may cause a fire. The miner requires an IEC cable, one that is rated at 10 amps. That connects into the power supply. I also need a network cable that connects into the control board. When the miner is powered up, you hear the server fans which are on the power supply, which is around 70 dBs and an idle power usage of about 30 watts. Now the ASIC fans are spinning up.
Hopefully you can hear me on the lavalier microphone. I'm just going to do an LP scan. I've just switched over to the gaming headset, so hopefully you can hear me differently with this. I've just been listening to the audio on the lavalier microphone and the gaming headset, and I think the gaming headset is a lot better, so I'll carry on using the gaming headset. The lavalier microphone is a bit too distorted. Maybe I'll be able to play around with the settings, but it's just too distorted for me.
The gaming headset, which is this gaming headset, is foldable. And you can have the LEDs lit up if you can have the USB on.
The audio seems to be better on that. So after a while, the Antminer is now hashing at its full hash rate on the Ant pool, so I need to quickly find the IP address. It's not 175 and it's not 147. Those are the other two T15s that I've got running in a different room.
Whilst I've got this powered down, I'm going to install a couple of these filters on the fans because I'm going to have the miner in the house for a couple of weeks until it's time to fly for the miners to the farm. I will put the purchasing links to these filters in the description below. These miners will be going directly in the garage, so it is a bit dirty there. The holes are already pre-punched, so all you have to do is just pop your finger in there to pop them out. Do that 4 times on each one. That'll just go on like that, and then just put the finger guard back on. When I take the miners to the farm, I'll remove the dust filter because it's not really required at the farm. If you've liked this video and found anything useful, leave a thumbs up. If you haven't done already, please subscribe and click on the bell for more notifications. And could you also like my Facebook page? And I'll see you next time.